Ooh, wow, that is a pretty snake.
You okay there, Brian?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to the vlog. I'm going to get the day started by this. I'm pretty excited about this package right here. It's the first thing that I've gotten since I've been back from Africa. So let's go ahead and just jump into it and I'll kind of tell you what the story is. Obviously, we're opening up the zoo next door and we've had a couple people have reached out with animals that they'd like to donate. Of course, if I have something that I already have, I'm not really taking it because I'd rather go to another home. You can really love it. But in this case, this was a snake that I was really excited and actually had targeted and said, I think that I want to put one of these in there because it's such a cool looking, kind of cool display animal. So anyways, there was someone named Area that reached out to me and said, Brian, oh, and by the way, look at how cute this bag is. I love this bag. She said, Brian, I would love to donate this animal to your zoo. She had to move. She couldn't keep it, so on and so forth. And I've never actually owned one of these guys. So let's go ahead and just open it up and show you what I have going on here. I am excited when I get back from Africa and I've already got goodies to look at. Ooh. Wow, that is a pretty snake. Again, I've seen a ton of these guys, but I've never actually owned one. Oh my gosh, take a look at that, guys. Oh, doggy, that is one beautiful snake, and it looks like it's actually going opaque, so it's going to look so much better when it sheds out. This is, of course, a Xenopeltis, or what they would call a sunbeam snake. Now, these guys are typically from Southeast Asia. They can be from Indonesia. These particularly usually get imported from China, and that's one of the problems with these guys, quite frankly, is that it's almost all imports, and most of them don't do well in captivity. Thankfully, Area has had this for quite some time, so it's really well established, and that is awesome. But, I mean, just look at the iridescence on that snake. I mean, these are really probably the most iridescent snake out there, even more so than rainbow boas. I mean, holy cow, that snake is absolutely beautiful. Now, these typically like it a little bit cooler, typically not much over 75, 76 degrees, and they like a cool spot of about 70 degrees. So they're not like a tropical animal where you want to keep them like a ball python or something like that, but they do pretty well once they get past the parasitized stage and have actually passed all of that out of there. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to have this animal. I can only imagine when someone comes to our zoo and sees a snake like that, that's going to change a lot of people's eyeballs. So, Area, thank you so much. I cannot wait to get this set up and then eventually over to the zoo. And by the way, they like kind of thick substrate, so our reptile prime bedding is going to be perfect for this animal to burrow in, and they like the humidity kind of high too, like 70+%. So, there you have it. How awesome. What a way to start the day. You know, we filmed so much when we were over in Africa, and quite frankly, a lot of stuff didn't end up making into the vlog because we just had so much material, but there was one visit to a guy named Ryan that had a really cool venomous snake collection that I just couldn't see not showing you guys. So rather than running around and doing a bunch of stuff here at BHB today, I wanted to kind of flash back to just a handful of days ago when I was over in South Africa visiting this awesome collection. So here you go. I hope you enjoy it. All right, so our next person that we are here to visit is my boy Ryan here. You have some amazing animals. You definitely do a lot of Bothrops, which is amazing, but we're going to see a bunch of different things. But we're going to start with a really rare species. Tell me about this and let's see it.
Okay, cool. So this is Bothrop's Jararakusu. So not something very common in our trade.
Oh my gosh, take a look at that. Now, how long have you had these?
Not long at all, hey. This female, I've had her for, it's going on about 5 or 6 months now.
Oh my gosh. And you have a pair?
Yes, I do.
That is absolutely amazing. And you know, it's just so cool to see an animal that's so rare and so incredible. I mean, take a look at that thing. Guys, this is an absolute treat. This is an animal that I rarely ever see, and I'll be totally honest with you, I have never handled one of these guys. Oh my gosh. And of course, this is the Jamieson's Mamba. Oh my gosh, that thing is absolutely incredible.
They're amazing snakes for sure.
Very
little known about these snakes, unfortunately, because there's not many people that keep them. In my experience, these are absolutely one of my favorite Mamba species to keep, compared to the Viridis. They're very much more chilled and relaxed and actually very calm. So definitely a species I enjoy keeping, and hopefully I can do some good work with them.
I've got to give this one a go because it's absolutely incredible.
Relax and the cousins.
Oh, It's always a super pleasure to work with a species that I've never worked with, and I absolutely love Mambas, but I've never ever had the opportunity to take out a Jameson's yet. So this is incredible. I mean, look at that snake right there. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I am just so full of excitement right now. My adrenaline is pumping because it's so awesome to have this animal like this. What a sweetheart too. Oh my gosh. That is one impressive snake, guys.
This is definitely one of my favorite species I have in my collection at the moment. It's nothing exclusively rare or special, but just the personality of the snake is unbelievable. He's definitely one of the calmest rattlesnakes I've ever come across.
I don't see these around that often, and it's always a pleasure. Now, these guys have some pretty bad venom, so you definitely don't want to get bit by something like that. And you can hear that little rattle going right now.
No, they definitely do have some venom that you don't want to have in your body. I enjoy him, and I've never seen one this big in South Africa. I mean, I know they do get bigger, but personally, I haven't seen one that's around this size.
I wish you guys could be here. I mean, the excitement is so amazing with these animals. I mean, wow, what an incredible animal. And everywhere you look, it's just amazing. I mean, it's just, there's awesome animals here. I am having the time of my life. What a way to end this trip. I found it funny when I was first just kind of tooling around Ryan's collection. He said his favorite snake out of all of these incredible snakes happened to be this one right here.
And it is a yellow anaconda. Now I know a lot of people hate these snakes, but she was my very first exotic species that I kept, and she'll be my last, I guess. I love her to bits.
That's awesome. And you know, I love anacondas too, so I don't think that it's a bad choice whatsoever. I mean, I do look around at some of the Bothrops and Cobras and puff adders, and I think those are pretty darn awesome snakes, but you guys know I love anacondas. They're really incredible. And the yellows, of course, are the smaller species. The green are much larger, but they are still truly incredible. And I love the fact that Ryan loves it so much. Take a look at this little monkey here. This, of course, is a puff adder, but this is a beautiful one. Is this a particular locality?
This is specifically from DRC.
DRC.
So this is one of my DRC puff adders that we imported a good couple of months ago. He is absolutely spectacular, and he's yellowish.
I've never seen one so beautiful before.
To be honest with you, I mean, I've taken a lot of pictures of this snake, and you know, I've never.
You can't
capture that beauty.
You can't capture how beautiful this snake is in person. And of course, puff adders are responsible for a tremendous amount of deaths all across Africa, and it's mainly because of medical treatment more than anything. And these guys are ambush hunters, 100%. They're not looking to bite anyone, but you can see it would blend in tremendously with the leaf litter and stuff like that. And what happens is people step on them, they bite them, and then it can be a major problem. If you don't get medical attention soon, it can certainly be fatal. Now, the thing that I love about puff adders is, number one, they have that caterpillar type of movement, unlike any other snake. And of course, these guys are probably the fastest striking snake on the planet. I mean, literally, they have a faster strike than anything other than maybe a death adder. And a big female puffy can literally have like 100 babies, right?
Oh, well, I believe the record is 164.
164 babies. Could you imagine opening up a cage and having 164 little biters?
I mean, not too long ago, it was about 2 or 3 months, we brought in some Togo locality puff adders, and one day I came into the quarantine and into the cage, and there was a whole lot of babies, and the final count was, I think it was 59 live babies.
That's a lot of picking up really danger noodles out of that cage, but what a beautiful animal, huh? So this is a really rare sight here. This is actually a gaboon rhino cross right here. Of course, this is a big gaboon viper, and over here is a rhino viper. I mean, how cool is that to see all three in one shot? That's awesome. This is a treat, of course. This is a sunset monocle cobra, and you said this is the only one in South Africa, huh?
Correct. This is the only one in South Africa.
That's awesome. And of course, you know, the monocle cobras usually are pretty flighty. This one seems to be pretty good right now, but again, they can change pretty well. And the thing that's interesting about monocle cobras is that they're really polymorphic. It's probably the most polymorphic venomous snake there is. There's probably, I don't know, a good dozen or so mutations of them. So it's pretty cool to see these guys for sure. And it's definitely trying to climb up.
I think he wants to kiss my fingers, eh?
Yeah, look, he wants to give him a little kiss. But nevertheless, you can certainly see how beautiful that snake is.
I've always had a fascination with the monocle cobras. I mean, I suppose if you watch TV as a youngster, it's one of the most common things on the Indiana Jones and so on and so forth. So I've always wanted to own them, and when I had the opportunity to buy out a collection, of these, I didn't say no. And they've always been a special snake to me. I mean, when I first met my missus, she didn't like snakes, but now she's absolutely enthralled by specifically this guy who she calls Red.
Well guys, again, we just spent a little time here with Ryan and his amazing collection. You can see there's so much more to see, but the day is getting short and we do have to get out of here. It's been an amazing time. Ryan, thank you for taking out your deadly animals and showing us.
Thank you for coming through and visiting and spending some time with me.
It's absolutely incredible. And with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here, but I did want to say one thing. Bryce was that friend that did the zip lining with me. I was supposed to put his link in the description and I forgot about it. So he was actually the camera guy on this particular Africa adventure here. So I'm going to put his link in the description. Go ahead and show him some love. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I mean, it's cool that I got the new sunbeam snake. It was so awesome to play with all those venomous animals. I hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing day. We are getting back to normal eventually here, guys. I promise you. We've got a lot of stuff to do at BHB later on this week, so we'll have a good time. And then, like I said, I'm heading down to Texas to start building displays for the zoo next week. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. So much cool stuff going on this summer. Can't wait to bring you guys along. Can you do me a couple favors? Hit that like button for me. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know something awesome about you guys. Make sure to turn those post notifications on and be kind to somebody. And as always, I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.